Most people think food gives you energy, but if you feel exhausted after eating, it's not the food, it's how your body's responding to it. And once you understand this, you'll know exactly why your energy crashes and how to stop it. So let's get right into the video. If you feel sluggish after you eat, what you eat will determine how much you get done. So the energy levels that you have throughout the day are closely linked to the food that you consume. If you're feeling tired after meals, it's probably just the food that you're eating, how much of it you're eating, and when you're eating it or how often. The first thing to note, heavy breakfasts, contrary to belief, will leave you tired. Say you have a heavy breakfast that has scrambled eggs, turkey bacon, potatoes, and whole grain toast. You might think it's a healthy meal, and depending on what you're going for, yeah, it is. But even though this meal contains a lot of nutrients, it is still high in fat and carbs, which takes your body much longer to break down. On this channel, we talk a lot about faith, fitness, and finances, but there are times where we talk about how there are umbrella pillars in that. So for fitness, it's directly linked to the way that you eat, because you can exercise all you want, but you can't outwork a bad diet, period, point blank. The process of having a high fat, high carb meal, especially early in the day, it requires a lot of energy from your body to break that down. So your body has to choose between breaking that food down properly and giving you high energy to be as productive throughout your day. So blood flow is directed to your stomach and intestines to process food, and this can lead to less energy available for your brain and other functions. Your body's also releasing insulin to regulate your blood sugar, which will explain the sudden drop in energy that you might feel an hour, maybe even 30 minutes into finishing that heavy breakfast. Also known as the food baby effect. So you're just like, oh my gosh, like, I can't do anything. I loved what I ate. A lighter breakfast that's rich in protein and healthy fats, such as like a smoothie or eggs with a lot of vegetables like spinach or bell peppers. And then maybe try adding protein powder to the smoothie or adding a protein to that meal. So you're getting less of the fats and the carbohydrates and more of the protein and things that your body needs to actually sustain yourself throughout the day. The reason why is because protein and healthy fats, those help stabilize your blood sugar. So when you're looking for that energy, the right kind of carbs, like the fruits and vegetables that you add to the eggs or the omelet or to your plate in general, provide the sustained energy without that big dip in the beginning of the day. A good tip that I've been using that's really helped me lose weight is eating smaller but more frequently. I'm gonna eat smaller meals, so my breakfast might look like 2 eggs with bell peppers and some sauteed mushrooms with maybe some oatmeal. Cool, I'm eating that at like 8 o'clock, and then I'm hungry again at 10 or 10:30. I'm gonna get another small meal of that size, so I'm just eating maybe 5 meals throughout the day, but they're all smaller portions. And that tells myself that I'm not depriving myself of food, but I'm being more intentional about what I'm putting in my body so that I can keep getting the energy I need throughout those like historic dips in the day, like after breakfast or the 2 to 3 p.m. afternoon crash, whatever. Number 3, staying productive, which is the goal. Your goal is to create consistent patterns of feeling sustained energy to have more productive days than not. Some days you're just not going to feel it, and that's fine. But if it has anything to do linked to the food you're eating, that's something that you can change because that's a choice. Your focus right now should be understanding what foods affect your energy. So for me, anything with gluten, specifically though pasta, will get me like this. I'm feeling great, the dish was good, and then it's got me like this. So any work, any like deep work focus that I was planning to do, I can forget about it. Because pasta, the gluten in the pasta, it makes me want to go. For you, it could be anything else. It could be bread, it could be red meat, it could just be the surplus of food you have, so not a specific type, but how much you're having. You have to know those tells for you. What you should start with is a mini goal though. Don't go straight into saying, I'm gonna cut out pasta. For me, that was not it. I love pasta so much, and if I would have cut it out, I would have just did it for a week and then went right back to it, back to back to back. Now I don't crave pasta and I'm so grateful, but it's because I told myself when I'm feeling it, I can only get it when I go out to eat. So I don't keep pasta in my home because I don't want to risk like just making more and gaining more weight and having more energy crashes. I decided to focus on when I go out to eat, I'm not going to deprive myself of it because I can only get it in one meal and I can't take it home because I'm usually going to eat most of it, if not all of it. And that gives me a really good balance of I'm not depriving myself of the food, but I'm only giving myself a window of when I can eat the food. And that's just until you build discipline to find meals that work for your flow. A couple other ways to make better choices. Choose foods that are easier to digest. So you're typically wanting to opt for meals with lean protein. The reason why we want so much of the bad stuff is because we're not getting it from the good stuff. We need more fiber and protein in every meal, period. That is how you are going to feel full and not be digging in the pantry eating minutes later. Some options that you can go with are chicken, tofu, eggs, vegetables, cruciferous vegetables specifically like broccolis and cauliflower, but also spinach and low glycemic carbs like sweet potatoes and quinoa. You really just want to avoid overly processed foods as much as possible. It doesn't mean that you can't get Popeyes every once in a while. It just means Popeyes should not be on the list Monday through Thursday. Just saying. But especially in the morning, avoiding that can help you have more productivity throughout the day. Lunchtime is the best time to eat, probably the worst in my opinion, because your body has more time to digest that food. That way, your morning, you're sustained, and then at night, you don't have too much heavy on your stomach, so you get better sleep. Because if you didn't know, the heavier you eat, the more that you eat that has more ultra processed foods later in the day, your body is now gonna choose between good sleep and not. Next step, fiber. Fiber. Some foods that are high in fiber are oatmeal, chia seeds, whole fruits. All those types of foods can help regulate your digestion. So I have told myself this year, if I don't go for an apple, I'm not really hungry, or I'm thirsty, because the gag is sometimes you're not hungry for food, but you're dehydrated. So you just need to drink a little bit more water. And then if you're still hungry after that, get some fruit. And if you don't want fruit, you just want something that's not good for you. And a good tip that I mentioned in a video before is if you get cloves like from the store, literally they come in like a little bin like this. Cloves. Boil some water, put a little bit of cloves in the water after you boiled it and put it in like a mug. Take the cloves out after 5 minutes. Drink that water. It's gonna get rid of those sugar cravings like that. It's almost crazy. And this is like when you're having a bad sugar craving. So don't use it all the time, but really use it on times when you're like, okay, I really don't want this cupcake. I just need to take the taste off my mind and off my taste buds. Next, eat mindfully. Take your time. I feel like a lot of us, the nature of our work, no matter what profession we're in, we're just on the go. And so we're doing everything, brushing our teeth really quickly, showering really quickly, eating really quickly. And so we're not letting our body digest the food that's going in it. So it's making us feel like we're not full yet because we haven't given our body time to digest properly. So we may overeat unintentionally. Eating mindfully helps with that digestion, and it helps give your body signals to let you know, start slowing down. You're getting a little bit more full, because it takes at least 15 to 20 minutes for your stomach to catch up to your brain signals to tell you you're good. You're good, girl. Trust me. I've been there. And lastly, avoid sugary breakfasts. It goes without saying, but while sugary cereals and pastries like a cinnamon roll or, something chocolatey, a donut, even coffee sometimes can really put yourself into that pattern of, I need something every morning I wake up that has some type of sugar content in it, because you're training your brain to be like, yeah, this is what I need. So even though it's tempting, they often cause the quickest energy crashes where you feel the most irritable, or you're ready to be out of the meeting that you just started for the first one of the day. Like, the less sugar you have in the morning, the better your productivity will be throughout the day. So while this isn't a part of my usual content, here and there, a part of the 2026 rebrand is for us to continue working on ourselves in every facet of our life, because we need to tackle different things of ourselves if we want to see the best version of ourselves. And that means taking some time to assess what we're doing in our day-to-day that may feel so routine and autopilot. So that's why I wanted to start with the breakfasts. Don't even think about lunch and dinner yet. Just start somewhere small so that it becomes routine. And then you can start thinking about meal prepping and meal plans that are great for you. So if you stayed until this long in the video, leave this emoji so that I know you're a real one, and lock in. This is 2026. It's the year you're actually taking action. Last year we talked about it, we planned it, we prepped for it, but now we are in it. So keep showing up. The more that you start showing up in different areas of your life, switching out different systems every other week, it'll still feel really fresh for you. So you're not feeling like you're just doing this mundane thing Monday through Sunday. You're focusing on your fitness this week a little bit more than you would last week. So 1% better every day means this week, fitness, next week, faith, next week, and you just keep repeating those cycles of the pillars that mean the most to you. And that's how you start being the best version of yourself. So I'll see y'all in the next episode of Party One Podcast. Peace.